This is Disney's Aladdin for the Sega Genesis, developed by Virgin Interactive and published November 1993 by Sega, being played for the Something Awful Disney Games LP Mega Thread. I'm Shadowhog.
I'm Mateo 360.
And I'm Aces High.
So, what do you guys know about this game?
That apparently I'm not as great at this as I thought I was.
Yeah.
It's not like it's that hard a game.
Well, I can beat it on difficult, but some of the things that you're showing, I'm just like, what? What?
I don't know, I've had a lot of time with the game, but anyway, I'm not here to brag, I'm here to show a game off, so... I left all the cutscenes in, obviously.
Yeah, I just always skip over them.
Who doesn't, really? I mean, it's kind of weird just letting this play out. It's like I almost don't recognize it, I always just hit start.
When I was a kid, I used to always skip through them, but then one day I decided to sit and read through them anyways, and I'm like, what the hell? This is... different.
Oh yeah, even when previewing the video, it's like, okay, let's see, I can just fast forward to this point to skip all the story.
It does differ a little bit now, here and there, too. I mean, Jasmine basically doesn't show up at all. Except for, like, one moment. I'll point that out when we reach it. It's not in this part, though.
Well, I mean, considering that the entire second level of this game is, like, completely brand new.
Oh yeah, they definitely take some liberties, more than just having an Egypt level.
Yeah.
Like the SNES version.
Yes.
So anyway, here we are. This is level 1.
Being played in by Prince Ali.
He has a sword.
And there's our first enemy, and he's dead already. So I'm just illustrating here the hot coals, how you can walk across them without getting hurt, but if you stand still. Yeah.
And that's when the people yell, how do you get hurt by that?
So apparently these guards have names, too. I had made a note of it, but I already seem to have lost it, but maybe I'll post them in the thread or something. But
I only remembered the captain's name.
Yeah, like Razul or something. But
Yeah.
the guy who shows up all the time saying, like, come on, I think his name's like something really weird, like Zagulian or something.
Huh. It's probably in the manual.
I'm sure someone will go on IMDb or something, or Wikipedia.
Yeah, it was on some Disney wiki. I don't know how trustworthy it is.
Well,
Who knows?
considering that it's Disney, I would think extremely accurate.
You never know. I mean, you could always come up with some bullshit. It's like, oh, this knife-throwing guy who I just killed is called Bob Johnson.
True, but I get the feeling that this is something that there are enough people that would actually care about accuracy that they would pick it out pretty fast.
About the only other one I remember off the top of my head is that the lanky guy with the rod is called Hakeem. I know the fat guy has a name, but I can't remember it.
I do love that the Come On guard has the animation for walking across the coals.
Yeah, it's a shame the other guys don't. They just sort of don't give a shit.
Well, they do have other animations, but we'll see that later.
In fact, I think a good chunk of the guards' animations actually came from the movie.
Well, they were done by actual Disney animators.
That does help.
You're doing very well to have none of your apples get chopped up yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I actually had that happen in when I was redoing Stage 3, but it didn't get into the final cut.
How do you do that move? I've never seen that move.
Oh, the one where you swing up, back, and forth?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you just press up.
Yeah, hold up, hit B, or whatever the sword button is for your controller.
I never knew that.
Anyway, I'm missing a jump here, but we're going to get back to it, because well, you'll see.
I've lost the will to live!
So that's what death looks like, just in case you were wondering.
And you will be seeing that screen a lot later, probably.
Possibly, if I don't edit most of them out.
Most normal people will.
How good are you at the Escape from the Cave of Wonders level?
I'm okay. Anyway, this is some sort of apple thief. If you stand still and let him, like, sneak up to you, he'll just take all your apples away from you.
You know, for some reason I could have sworn he stole jewels.
I don't know if he does. I always thought it was just apples.
That would be a bigger fuck you if he did.
Anyway, I made the jump this time. As you can see, it really wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I've never really made that jump.
That gets you more gems, but hell, you get more than enough gems in this game anyways.
Yeah, really.
Which, by the way, I'm going to have something to say when you get to your first merchant, which I think is just over here.
Anyway, there's that Abu token. It lets you go to a special bonus stage. Also, I could go down there, but I'm going to do a secret jump here. I'll explain more how this works in stage 3. And speaking of the first merchant...
Yes, I love that they have him in there. Please, please come closer!
Too close, little too close.
I've heard that he's supposed to be like the genie in after the movie takes place, but
It is a
makes
theory.
sense. Although, why do you buy wishes?
just to get rid of my jewels, really. So that was the genie bonus minigame.
What a waste of 7 genies.
Yeah, but I usually buy lives first just to make sure I don't game over. Then I start buying wishes once I filled those.
The game throws so many lies at you, I never really see the need.
Yeah, and if you're good enough, then you will probably never die anyways.
So this is the first Abu bonus stage out of 2, technically. There are 3 tokens, but the second one takes you to the same one.
Oh,
It's pretty straightforward. Abu can't throw apples like Aladdin can, but he does get a sword for some reason. You just basically have to survive. If you get hit once, it's immediately over.
And that's the annoying part.
Yes.
I think this is about as far as I've ever gotten in the bonus stage, is the random pot droppings.
It is technically deterministic. It does the same thing.
the funny thing about that one, when they're dropping at random, is if you stand over to the far left, you will never get hit. However, you also have to remember that the guard spawns there immediately after.
Yeah, these barrels are usually where I get tripped up. When they start multiplying, they get pretty damn long. You have to make really precise jumps or else you'll get hit by one of them. You can slice them, but...
I don't think I have ever gotten past 6.
I'm surprised you made those jumps.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised I made that one too. I usually have to slice then jump. This eventually gets really fast, but...
What? You can slice them?
Oh yeah, but the ones after that will hit you.
Well, you can slice pretty much anything in this stage, it's just not really effective when you're being pelted by everything from every direction.
Yeah, and this part where they throw the barrels at you from on top sometimes trips me up. Anyway, this expects you to go left, but no, you don't want to do that. Or if you do, make sure you run back. Anyway, we beat it! Hooray.
I never have, and probably
Yep.
never will.
Yeah, same here.
Anyway, in this version of the tale, Jafar decides to show up a lot earlier than usual. I mean, just comes up to Aladdin out of nowhere and says, "Hey, there's this treasure cave." I mean, would you trust a face like that? He looks trustworthy, right?
There's the golden rule, boy. He who owns the gold makes the rules.
I would totally trust him in prison. I would not trust him on the streets. That's just asking for trouble.
Yeah. The desert.
Okay, so I'm going to start here by going off to the left, which clearly has absolutely nothing worth doing anything at all. I'm not even sure why I did it, in all honesty. So let's kill the snake. I like his fez.
You know, I read somewhere that that was supposed to be Hiss from Robin Hood, but I don't really see it.
So as you can see, that thing I was saying that had absolutely nothing, complete lie, actually had a 1-up. But you have to go back to it for some reason.
Because game developers are dicks.
So, do you have to kill the snake, or do you just have to collect the apples and then go back?
Another 1-up. If you put your head directly in that Mickey Mouse head, free 1-up. Just
Yep.
kind of cute gimmick. As for killing the snake, no, I think you just have to run to the right a little.
Yeah, because I don't remember killing the snake whenever I got that one.
Yeah, you just run right, run left, it'll be there, even if you didn't run left in the first place.
I'm glad you finally dropped the guard's pants.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
You can miss that jump, but not the one after it. It gives you a little leeway, there's a few gems. And yeah, the pants dropping animation's great. I always love that animation. I was hoping it happened a lot more often than it actually did when I ran this.
I think it happens more on the lower difficulties, not as often on the higher, if I remember it right.
Yeah, maybe.
These damn palm trees.
Basically, those animations are one of the reasons why I prefer this version over the SNES version. It's got the comedy of the film more.
Yes.
There's a genie token here, but it's placed so poorly you just pick it up when you run over. Don't know why they bothered.
Especially considering that those genie tokens are really damn hard to actually use.
No kidding. I'm just showing off the palm trees here because I kind of forgot to do it when we first came about it. They're really slippery, I'm not entirely sure why.
Yeah, I'd always fall off those as a kid because I could not jump for anything.
Not only are they kind of slippery, they're also kind of annoying, because if you get on them on the wrong way, then you just fall off anyways. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna jump. No, it won't let me jump for some reason.
So, we could have ended the level right there if the Scarab hadn't run away. Anyway, this column here, you may notice, looks a little different from the other ones, as I'm trying to point out by looking up.
Gosh.
Jump up there. Oh hey, it's our next merchant.
It will not break. It will not break.
It broke. This is a famous Dead Sea Tupperware. Listen. Still good.
Still good.
I have most of that opening memorized. I love Aladdin.
It took me several years to finally understand what the hell he was talking about.
I know.
You can go backward here if you have any interest in doing so, but I don't. I want to move forward.
Yeah.
I always love these bathroom things.
Especially the giant genie one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Apu jumping on the guard.
Thanks for that, Apu. I just noticed that last column also was goofy.
Was it?
Yeah,
Huh.
never noticed that before.
I did not notice that those were...
Hey, I actually won something this time.
You got a life! Good job! If you can get one life out of those, then you're doing well.
As if I have a life.
Oh, that's okay. The PS1 Aladdin game actually has genie tokens you collect too, but it leads to a slot machine instead. You have to match three things to get a life.
That's a little nicer.
Well, as long as it doesn't have like a Jafar token that makes you lose immediately.
No, it's Nashar or whatever her name is.
So yeah, there's this snake charmer enemy. It shows up literally twice in the entire game. And there it goes. Anyway, this is the trick I was talking about. If you land directly on that, you normally only go that high, but if you walk off, hold jump, and then land on it, you go that high.
Ah.
Is that how you do that?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do consistently once you figure out what the hell you're doing. You just round up doing it kind of randomly. I'm letting this guy steal my apples because I like my stages filled with collectibles, really. And once you hit 99, they all go away. It's so annoying.
Yep.
They do?
Yeah, refuses to let you pick up any more until you start throwing some.
Huh.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I don't remember that.
I have fond memories of trying to beat this game on the hardest difficulty and then dying at the final boss and then going, fuck! I only have 5 apples! How the hell am I supposed to win now?
Yeah, that's kind of a dick move.
Here's the second and final snake charmer, and there he goes. They are now extinct. I am proud of myself. I'm gonna go back down here because there's a secret I wanted to show off. That smoking, whatever the hell that's called.
It looks like a pipe.
You can see there's some stuff down there, but if you hit the smoking thing with a apple, a little platform opens up, and hey, what do you know? It's our third merchant.
I did not know that was even hittable.
That would explain why it's the only one in the game.
I thought it was just a background element. I thought there were more of them.
I think that one took me forever to figure out. I just randomly stumbled upon it.
I don't think... if there are more of them, there aren't a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I remember seeing any more when I was previewing the video.
That's the only one I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this flute here, make note of it. I'm going to go on my way to pick it up. I'm going to explain what it does later. And then I die.
It happens.
I'm going to pick it up again, intentionally.
See that flute? That flute led to my death. That's what it did. I hate this flute.
Well, that is one of the things it did, yes. But it does something else later on in the stage.
I mean, it doesn't control that pot?
Nope, it doesn't control that pot. That pot is always available.
Huh.
Anyway, take care of this knife guy. Now you see, a 1-up's just randomly appeared out of nowhere. But I can't use the spring to get to it because I ran into the pipe. And if I try riding this rope, I can't make the jump because I'll land on this platform instead. But if I do that trick I mentioned earlier... Yeah! There you go.
Huh.
I've always wondered how to get that, now I know.
It's nice that they actually put these in places to go, hey, try and see if you can reach this. Can you figure out the tricks in this game?
One more thing where I do it, and I get a secret Abu token that you probably would never have known existed.
Nope,
wow.
I didn't.
Nope. Did not know that one existed. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get it.
Yeah, they put some apples there to try and imply, hey, dude, there's something up here, can you get it? But, yeah, unless you know about that jumping trick, and I don't think it's explained anywhere, then, yeah, you'll have no idea.
I'd have to look in my manual to see if they mention it, but I bet they wouldn't. It'll be one of those.
Yeah, this game does some... It can be a bit obscure like that.
Well, that's all part of the fun.
I think I go up here just to double check there's nothing else I'm missing. Anyway, it's boss time. I think this is Gazim from the opening of the movie.
The humble thief!
He wasn't with Jafar in this one, he's just randomly in the middle of Agrabah.
Yep.
He's also really easy to stun lock.
Yep.
Hey, yoink!
Well, second easiest boss.
Anyway, remember that flute I was highlighting? That's what it does.
Oh! I thought it only did that when you were low on health.
So did I, but I randomly stumbled on like a GameFAQs map or something that implied it did this. I was always wondering, but yeah, apparently it's that flute.
Huh.
Anyway, this looks like a boss arena, doesn't it?
Sure.
That's because it is.
There's Razul.
Yep, 2 bosses in one stage. They went really easy on you and then suddenly go, oh yeah, they're probably going a little too easy. Let's, like, put them back to back on you. Fortunately, he's really easy to stun lock because he's only vulnerable to apples, and every time you throw an apple at him, he throws a barrel, so... And there he goes.
And now we introduce the idea that, oh yeah, by the way, you need to use apples to beat the bosses.
Except when you die and don't have apples.
Yep.
There are some apples at the bottom of the arena, but, you know, if you've got enough, and you probably do if you're playing well, you'll basically have no reason to go down there at all. Anyway, remember that bonus stage from earlier?
Yep.
Well, here it is again in case you missed it. And just in case you're wondering what happens when you don't play well, well, I'll just let Abu stand here doing absolutely nothing.
See how long it takes. Oh!
Try and parry.
Wah wah.
Most people see that.
Yeah. Anyway, just a few more things from that last stage I wanted to show off. So we have a little addendum.
Yay!
Now, remember that flute I was talking about and how it made you go left? I'm going to deliberately not pick it up this time. Now, when I hit the rope, straight up to Rezul.
Huh.
Can't go to the left at all.
Wow.
Huh.
Screw you.
That's interesting.
As for Kazim, you know how I beat him on the left side of the arena last time?
Yep.
Okay, well, that flute doesn't show up if you beat him on the right. You have to go all the way back to the left and scroll right again for it to show up.
That
That's
much
what
I
I
remember.
usually have to do.
Yep.
And that's part 1. Next time we will pick up with the dungeon, I guess.
Woo!
Sounds good.